Number 5. Galactica at Alton Towers in the UK was originally another ride called Air. Now, Air was nothing really special. It was a fling coaster that had 2 inversions and traveled at the pretty slow speed of 47 miles per hour. And this ride is no different in terms of those specs. What changed was the addition of virtual reality. Everyone's been raving about how VR would revolutionize gaming, when in truth, one of the best uses for the headsets has been on Galactica. Riders are transported through space itself via Samsung Gear VR headset, passing by sites such as Jupiter and the Kuiper Belt. That's so freaking awesome, man. Number 4. So I guess roller coasters itself aren't scary enough. They had to add in the whole serial killer aspect to it just to make it that much worse. The Saw ride can be found at Thorpe Park in the UK and is actually one of the coolest rides I've seen for a while. From the incredibly well-themed waiting line that leads up to the ride all the way to the theming of the ride itself, Saw the ride just screams cool. Riders start off going through a dark tunnel filled with a couple of dips and plenty of props before being forced through a slow inversion leading up to a chain link hill. Before you start going up that, Jigsaw has a message for you: game over. Riders then go through a steep drop underneath some saw blades, a couple of blank turns, and another inversion. It's actually pretty damn cool. Number 3. Oblivion is another classic UK ride at Alton Towers. It's not as long or amazing as some of the other rides on our list, but that doesn't make it any less cool. Riders start by going up a chain lift before being treated to a lovely view of the park. And that experience is kind of ruined when you dip down at high speeds before a dark and dingy tunnel and coming out a banked turn. And that's the entire ride. Unfortunately, sometimes things go a little bit wrong. The clip we have shows the seatbelts on one of the rides coming loose and falling straight out. So yeah, I guess that adds an extra layer of fear to the whole ride. Number 2. The Meteors Alpine Coaster is part of a rare breed of roller coaster. It's a type of coaster that literally runs down the side of a mountain. The track is 2,800 meters long and runs down the mountain and through the forest in the Alps. What's really cool is you're actually able to control your own speed up to 25 miles an hour. Now that doesn't sound very fast, but when you're on a solo coaster car that has barely any protection on either side, it's gonna feel pretty speedy. The guy in the video we're showing doesn't activate the brakes on any of the drops or the corners, so he builds right up to the full speed of the coaster, which I'm pretty sure he regrets more than once. Number 1. King Dakar is a steel accelerator coaster that's based at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. It's the tallest roller coaster in the world and the second fastest coaster, traveling at 128 miles an hour. I think the scariest thing about King Dakar is that the train may experience what is known as a rollback. So rollbacks are when the car of a coaster quite literally rolls backwards off of a point instead of forwards. Now to be very clear, the ride does have magnetic brakes to stop it from going all the way back to the station and causing some kind of collision. And that's really the fear factor of this ride. Not only are you traveling at over 100 miles an hour, there's no way that you can know whether you're going to make it all the way over the hill or back down the way you came.